my goodness.
It's Twitch.
Hello, hello, hello. Ooh, we're in the waiting area.
Yeah. That's where the people go.
I want to be where the people are. Wait. It was less than 6 seconds. Wait, I don't know. Whatever Twitch's rule is.
Oh, for copyrighted stuff.
Singing copyrighted stuff, yeah.
Pretty sure Twitch is at any point during the VOD.
Anyway,
I don't know.
I was going to prepare a recap, and then I forgot because I was working on a scene in the book. But we started watching Critical Role, so now I'm like watching Matt Mercer's recaps, and I'm like, damn, I gotta step it up. My recaps are so lame. It's like,
I'm pretty sure they pre-script those, but yeah.
Yeah, he does. But it's like, it's fine. I just was like, man. So what did happen last time? We fought a dragon. And it was a wormling. Wait, Jacob, do you want to even do a recap? We probably should do a recap.
Yeah, go for it.
Okay, so we
didn't fight the dragon.
We didn't fight it, but it did like descend after we killed the wyverns, and was like, "Why did you kill my cousins?" And we were like, "Well, they attacked us first." And so it talked to Althea and Johnny at length to try to get her to give it the sapphire. It also turned out like the dragon was a wormling. Like it looked like it should have been much smaller, but it was like really big. So it's like if a baby was like 10 feet tall, right? Jacob, is that an accurate analogy?
That's accurate. Yes.
Yeah. So
it would be very disconcerting. I actually was envisioning a baby that's 10 feet tall, and it's very scary. It's like a big guy.
So the dragon looked like it should have been much smaller, but it wasn't. And then it went back and forth with Johnny and Althea a bit, and it was very hilarious. She was apparently some sort of princess, or maybe even like if her mom is the regent, then maybe she's going to be queen. We don't know, but they seem to be after any gem that has been sourced from a dragon, because she found out that Johnny and Althea had dragons from the ruby dragon as well, or sorry, gems from the ruby dragon as well, but didn't demand them because she didn't have direct orders from mommy. So then Ambrose piped in and convinced Ephemiandra, that was her name, Ephemiandra, that there were sapphires, lots of sapphires, that she could just pretend were from the sapphire dragon, and give them to mommy. And he gave her the location of one of the cultist camps that he is planning on taking out, which I thought was pretty brilliant. But the problem is there are probably no sapphires there. So after she hopefully destroys that encampment, she's going to be a very angry black dragon that comes back. But before she left, she did some sort of psionic ability on Althea and Johnny that black dragons should not be able to do, where she switched their consciousness. So like Althea's
Freaky Friday.
Yeah. So like Althea's mind was in Johnny's body, and then Johnny's mind was in Althea's body. Rana later found out from her grandpa that is an ability known to emerald dragons, which she would have shared with the party, but I don't think I ever like got to in the session. So that's something that is a known ability of the emerald dragon. And the black dragon that we apparently irritated by not paying her tribute, is called the Emerald Regent. So we're not sure what exactly is going on with that. Ambrose convinced the dragon to fly away, We had some downtime to try to make sure that Althea and Johnny didn't have to fight in each other's bodies. And then somebody tried to assassinate Althea. 2 or 3 halflings? Were there 3?
You were right. Somebody, 2 halflings. That's one whole person. So somebody.
Rude. So I think it was 3
You
halflings.
can say that on Twitch.
Yeah. I think it was 3 halflings, if I remember correct. Or was it 2, Jacob?
It was 2.
It was 2. Okay. So 2 halflings tried to assassinate Althea. Rana was trying to take him out. What?
They did a pretty poor job at it too.
I mean, one of them got a couple of stabs in while she was paralyzed. So, like, she was down quite a bit of health. Rana's attempts to subdue the halflings non-violently did not work. And so everybody else got involved. And, yeah. And then... I don't think much else... Yeah, not much else happened, because... there
was going to be some questioning of halflings.
Yeah. Althea and Johnny and Rana were going to go question the halflings, and then that's where the session ended, I believe.
Yep, and we're pretty much going to gloss over that and figure that out some other time. It's adventuring time. I imagine none of you have any particular questions you want to ask of halflings, so just deal with that later. Johnny and Althea are going to go seek out this queen. It's to the east, and so it's going to leave the remaining group, alone for a few days at least. During this time, a small troop of dwarves approach the keep and ask for assistance. They are dwarves from the Dathi tribe, the ones that had asked for assistance previously with the demons in the Underdark that Tonist had helped with, as well as Johnny and Althea. These ones, though...
Any of their names.
Yeah, that's fine, because the ones that you met aren't here today.
Okay.
Thulmag is... if asked, Thulmag is down below at where her city is. The situation that they are encountering here is much more local. They explain that they, as agreed, they are reopening operations in the mine south of the keep, deep in the forest, and clearing out what they can. However, at their lowest level, where they were starting up again, there was an attack of some monster that came in from some caverns that they found. So they need assistance in clearing that out, because these dwarves aren't fighters. They weren't they aren't the group that Thulmag brought. These are like citizens of that tribe, and they describe that the dwarves that were down there, the ones that were slain, have killed by something that spat acid at them. They're not sure what to make of it, and since you'd helped out before, they want your assistance today.
So these are in the Shifnal mines?
Yes.
So these are the mines we've been to. We just didn't go to the bottom of those. Okay.
You went down and you explored a little bit, but there wasn't much. I mean, it's like a mine, so there wasn't much down there except for row after row of like pillars and shafts that had been cleared out.
Right. Okay. Cool. Sure. Yeah, we can help.
It's almost entirely to our benefit to help them.
Yeah.
Is probably going to be accurate.
Since it's just gonna be us 4, 3, 4. How many are there? 1, 2, 3, 4. Plus Valis.
Plus Valis, plus Gaz, plus the Deathseer.
Oh yeah, Gaz. So Tonist usually gets the plus 10 HP. Who else would like 10 HP?
Gaz will be up front, so...
Okay, so Gaz, then Tonist, Gaz, and then, Valis is a ranged fighter.
Yeah.
Oh, where have I gone?
So, but then, Rowan or Ambrose?
Let's go, Ambrose.
Okay, Ambrose. That's what I was
Shit, if
thinking
you're
too,
offering.
because he is kind of fragile. So Rana sings, "You are. It's okay. I'm helping. It's okay." I am also a little fragile. My AC is just higher. So Rana will sing a little chant to a deity named Tea, and Ambrose, Gaz, and Tonist all have their hit points maximum raised by 10.
Ooh.
There's a section for that underneath your normal area for hit points.
Is that separate from?
Yeah, so there's one that says plus temp, and next to that plus max. Just
Yeah.
put the 10 there.
What does that change functionally?
It just keeps it lets you keep what your normal maximum is without changing that, and then it's like your health is 120 max now. Until
It didn't update on my character. Well, whatever.
I think you. I
Is
don't know.
this the
I don't
same
know
day,
how
Jacob?
I don't know what that means.
Same day as the assassination.
Oh, no, it's probably been a couple days.
Okay, then I'm gonna just click long rest.
Yeah,
long rest.
Yeah, give yourself some long rest and make sure you're fully prepared for whatever's about to happen.
I would appreciate that.
Because I was looking at my spells and I was like, that's not.
Or we could be like, hey, can we go to do this tomorrow?
It will be there. Where is that?
The elevator down is actually pretty long, so you can get your long rest in while the elevator's going.
Nice.
It's not like miles upon miles. It's long and a slow elevator.
So then I cast aid at 3rd level.
Did they say anything about what kind of monster this is?
The ones spat acid or something, right?
They did say it spat acid. The ones that came to the keep and the ones at the mine, they've made the lowest level off limits because of what happened. It's the least developed portion of the mine. They were working on it and expanding it, and they found some old drilling equipment, and unfortunately, they also found a collapsed wall, which led to these caverns. This cavern that they found, and they tell you there was one witness that survived. He fled as the rest were. As the group was attacked, and he tells you that it was a slug man.
Slug man.
I feel like we accidentally gave him inspiration with the Del Toro book stuff.
It's the mighty Glus. No.
Which canonically has never been defeated. They just ran away from it.
That is true. They just ran away because it was spitting sticky stuff at them or something.
Discussing the canon of those books. Nice.
Oh yeah. You're not up on the deep lore of Del Toro quest?
Can't say that I am.
So when he says slug man, or I guess asking him, do you
and
mean,
they call
like...
I'm sorry, I just saw the name of the map. They call it a mine.
What a mine?
A mine. I'm sorry, Guff. Go ahead.
I was just gonna ask, do you mean like top half of a man, bottom half of a slug, or like
a
bits and
centaur
pieces?
slug?
They describe a shelled creature with a very sort of amorphous
it's a
long
snail.
body that has. They're not quite arms, but they have like pseudo pod appendages and eyes on stalks that jut out from the front.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Did you say it has a shell?
The one witness says that one of them had a shell. Yes.
Okay.
One of them. There's more than one?
Etymologically correct. That is a snail. But
the dwarf says that he's not familiar enough with the common tongue to have made that distinction.
No.
Wait, is there more
What are
than
the
one?
chances- What kind of mine was this?
They mostly mined out coal, but they also used it for the stone itself. And then there was a vein of iron that they found here.
So no salt.
No.
Oh.
They do have salt in their
Hmm.
supplies.
Good call.
Okay.
Good call.
Good to know.
Really quick, was there more than one?
They think that there's, they know of 2.
Okay.
Mm.
On the elevator, the platform, I get bots as small. You guys aren't 5, but by 5 amorphous blobs. Group piles into the elevator, and it,
Oh, is this the elevator? Here?
yeah,
Okay.
Kind of weight with it.
begins to slow down. It begins to descend into the depths of the mine, and there's counterweights, and you hear the grinding of gears far below. I think all of you have. Do all of you have dark vision, or is
Rowan does not.
Rowan does not? Rowan have a light source that I need to add on to him, or does he already
Rana
emanate
will,
light?
if anybody needs light, Rana will just pull
Yes.
out Mie's bell. And
It looks like Rowan's token has light.
Yeah, that's good.
Doing my
emanating.
own auditing, I did discover that I have a thing that I can just like cast light on objects.
Nice.
Like not as a cantrip, but as like a. I guess I
You're
mechanically make
object
them glow.
tinker.
I don't understand how a lot of artificer magic works, but it's a thing I can do apparently.
okay, well, if Rana doesn't
I
have to have the
don't-
bell out, she's going to keep it tucked in. But if we do need it for light, she'll bring it out for light.
I've made, because this, I mean, I couldn't not make it mine-like, so there's some just blank parts of the map to the right. So there's some arrows on the ground that guide you to where you need to go. A dwarf accompanies you to show you that direction, so he's basically following that line.
Ah, okay.
Tonus, would you like to go first?
And I can actually just move
Yeah,
you
I feel
over
like I
there.
should do it away.
You know what, let me move you over there. That's the easiest.
Okay.
And then you can sort yourselves out once you're there.
Versus in a wheelbarrow.
Ah!
Ah!
Okay.
We just Tokyo drifted our way down the hall.
Yeah. So you move
Deja
move
vu.
along. You move along the it's a room and pillar style mine, so it's got long corridors,
Minecraft
and
money.
columns. Yeah, kind of. You find an area where they were building out a rail network, and find the sort of planned grooves and some lumber on the sides. Around the corner here is a body of a dwarf. Even from afar, you can see there's blood pooled around it, and then parts of him are burned as though by acid.
Hmm.
And then further down the hall, you see another, where the rail curves into this other area.
Where did I go?
You are here in this area,
Oh, never mind. I found myself. Yeah.
probably under Liger.
Hey, Jacob.
A
Yeah.
self-reflection.
Feels like every time I try to move, it tells me, oh no, it's every time I try to click and drag my token more than one space. It tells me that I'm colliding with at least one wall. Not sure what that's about. It is letting me move though.
I'm getting that too. I can click and drag and it's letting me move, but it gives me the little notification of like it's colliding with a wall.
I don't know what's causing that or how to fix it. So
Okay.
I only got that issue when I actually intentionally collided with a wall.
Okay.
So I
I
don't
mean-
know what's going on with you guys.
Like I said, it's not actually stopping our movement. I just wanted to give him the heads up.
maybe if we move to another map, that'll clear up on its own.
Yeah.
I don't know.
If there's
Moving
another map, we don't know.
Through. Rana just did it to me.
Flipping through
I'm
another
gonna
token.
stay in the back. So go ahead.
Oh, I don't. I'm confused. I don't know. Whatever.
Well, not
It
the
didn't
back. I
hit
guess
me
I'll be
up.
in the middle.
Are we? Oh, we're going north then. Okay.
Down the yeah. I guess that is north. Yeah.
All directions will be as per if north is at the top of your screen.
Mm-hmm.
How high is the ceiling in here?
Inside the mine itself, it's very low. It's at about Oh, actually, Rowan's probably needs to crouch. It's about 7 feet.
Yeah, he's stooping a little bit.
Rowan, what the hell?
He's like 6'11".
Oh, this might be a
he's-
problem for
And
me.
he has boots and a helmet.
Yeah.
So I don't think that adds a whole inch, but when you walk, you bounce a little.
Mm-hmm.
However, when you get to where the rails are, the ceiling opens up, and it's more, that'd be 11 feet. So you only had to stoop a little while to get to this section.
And we can see the ceiling as well.
Yep. Yeah.
Okay.
As long as you have yeah, you have dark vision. What, 60?
Yeah.
Oh.
I think I have 100 yeah, it's 60. I don't have double sight or whatever it's called.
Rana's got her bow out and ready. As
Okay.
we sneak around this corner. Or...
Yeah. As you come around the corner, you see a sort of a storeroom. Not pictured on the map because I didn't have the assets needed. At the end of this rail is a large drill that's set on wheels, and on the track itself, it looks like it could be used to further the both as a like transportation method, but also to drill into the rock walls. See at the southwest corner openings within the wall into the cavern that had been described.
Okay.
I see
And
a thing.
yeah, those that have the vision and the angle
Oh,
can
yep.
see some sort of snail man.
Wow, I hate that. I
What?
zoomed in on the token. I can only see like half of it.
Oh.
Yeah. In that area, you see that's sort of filled with these thorny outgrowths, and see 3 large snail-like creatures moving around the thorns. They don't seem to be complaining much about the pokey bristles. Their forms just sort of glide over them, undulating where they need to, and see slime trails leading from the storeroom into that area. Some of you may have seen a armored form on the ground here, further into the cave. It's unmoving.
Okay.
And also there's glowing bioluminescent fungus in the caverns as well, that light up just small areas around them.
Is that water on the ground?
Yes, you can see a stream of water dividing up the cavern.
Can I make... Does Rana recognize this creature at all? Like, does it seem to be it's a natural creature, monstrosity, aberration, something?
Yeah, give me an intelligence check, and you can, if you have nature, you can add that.
Cool.
They are monstrosities. They seem to, if the tales are true, to have been created long ago by this insane druid that enjoyed tinkering with humans and animals, creating these terrible hybrids.
Are they sentient?
They are, define sentience for, like, what do you consider sentient?
I don't
I know
know.
I
don't
know you
if...
and I have had that conversation before, so I want to make sure I remember what you.
I mean, I don't know if I could define it quickly.
Okay.
Mostly, Rana is trying to figure out: does she try to talk to this thing first? Is it good? Can it be reasoned with? Or is it just like we got to clear out an infestation?
They aren't. They don't do a lot of like complex tasks. They don't use tools or build anything. They're, as far as the hybrid goes, they're closer to the slugs and snails than they are to man, if that helps.
Yes, that does. So they don't build civilizations. They're not like...
Yeah, whatever brought them here, they didn't come to like you're not gonna walk up to them and say, hey, we need to create peace between you and the dwarves.
Right.
If they understand it all.
Right, exactly. Okay, then cool. Then we can just clear them out. Oh, does Rana know anything in terms of like How do they? I mean, she knows that they spit acid, but defenses or maybe abilities, or do they normally attack in packs like wolves, or do they, you know, are they kind of single?
And they're not aggressive, but they are territorial, and they, because of their form, are resistant to bludgeoning, and of course, because they're just covered in um, that goopy acid slime, likely resistant to that as well.
Okay, so Rana will pass that on to the party. They are resistant to bludgeoning and acid, so I would not recommend that.
Oh man. Tentacle bludgeoning's like my whole thing. Damn it.
Oh no. That's true.
They're picking their way among the thorns, every once in a while stopping to gnaw at the bristles,
Okay,
open up their
great.
weird circular orifice and sort of munch down on it.
So it's like eating. Yeah. Um, I don't think anybody else really has the same qualms that Rana would have, so she's not going to bother explaining that we don't need to talk to them. So I guess
I mean,
we
I could
just.
try talking to him.
I mean, they're not. They're not. Oh, I think you like they're not super intelligent. Like they're basically just like animals.
Maybe not on the
They're just
outside.
monsters. You can try
On
to
the
talk to them if you
inside.
want to and get them to clear off, but I don't think they're going to because they're very territorial. I think they're probably going to be
All right.
like, "This is our home," and we're like, "Well, yeah, but we need to mine here." So
As Ambrose moves forward, one of the eye stalks on the closest one twitches in his direction. Looking at it, Ambrose can see that it's kind of milky, um, and it doesn't look much like an eye. It doesn't have that like pupil or um, iris. It's more of a whiter globe of its flesh.
Photoreceptor.
Ooh.
Maybe.
Do
Yeah,
I
can I,
recall?
sort of looking at it, can I tell if it's like that's just what a snail eye looks like, or is it like it's got like cataracts or something?
Yeah, it doesn't look like cataracts because it looks like it's just a different color of its flesh.
Oh,
So
okay.
you don't see any change in the what the material is made of. It's just colored differently, pigmentation. That's
Do I remember Rowan having stone shape?
Yes, but I don't think I have it prepared today.
Mm, okay. Didn't have the rock spell prepared for the trip to the mine.
Let me double check. I might have.
Okay.
the oh, Valis never full healed.
What
Oh,
if
heal
we
my
Anyway.
boy.
can we not just redirect the mine north? Do we have to like? Can we just let them be?
Maybe. The dwarves are more concerned with what's in the cavern, not necessarily sure if they even need to bother with continuing here. If they could just shore it up, that might work.
So
But
is this the one that sort of like looked over at Ambrose as he approached?
yes.
Ambrose is gonna try to telepathically communicate with it.
Oh no.
Just opens the telepathy and he's just like, "Hey, big guy, what's got you all rustled up?"
Um, with the probing telepathic message, what did it say? Okay. It's after that, it responds to Ambrose with a a message that's sort of broken grammar and not real oriented on big ideas, but it'll it'll ask come hurt us?
No. Not if we don't have to. We're just wondering why you're all down here, why you're hurting dwarves.
Metal thing drive us.
Little thing. Oh,
Is he
you
referring
mean
to the drill?
Ambrose points at the drill. You talking about this thing?
Not really. So you watch as the ice stalks sort of move forward in Ambrose's direction, sort of like tilting away from the body, and it actually has to slide forward a little bit, and then the ice stalks sort of go back and forth like one of those metal ball like toys that bounce back and forth when one hits, like the one on the other side goes.
Like a Newton's cradle?
Yeah, those things. And it responds, Metal Man.
Oh,
Metal Man?
there's an armored guy in the tunnels behind him.
Oh,
There's a very dead armored guy over here.
And it slides back onto the thorny area and begins munching some more.
Oh.
Ambrose, what's he saying?
Yeah? Said metal thing hurt us, and I think it was referring to the armored guy that's dead in there. Did the dwarves mention anything about, like, hiring somebody else before us?
No? But you do have the dwarf that guided you down here is gonna be here. He doesn't want to get closer, so he's available for additional questioning if needed. But he says that they didn't you're the first ones that they came to because you're so close and had helped before. And they didn't see anything like a metal man. No armored individuals, or and all of the miners themselves are just in like plain clothes.
Ask,
Okay.
can you ask them well, okay, so what else did they say? Would it be okay if we go in there to, like, check on that thing?
Yeah, really quick from... Is there anywhere we can stand to see the
Right
armored
here where
guy?
Rana is.
Ah,
Yeah, anywhere along this path here, yeah.
Yeah, that most of that should do it.
Bruce is gonna,
He looks
without
cool.
any
He has a
spells
cool torch or
raised,
something.
he's
Ooh,
just gonna sort
steps
of
in the
creep
cave.
in here. I'm in the cave.
How does detect
There
magic
we
work
go, I can
again?
kind of see him.
It's a
Rana
rich.
will Rana will beckon to Rowan.
Valis edges in with Ambrose following behind.
You're asking how it works?
Yeah, like, I'm wondering if this suit of armor, if this over here is magical. It says it's dead, but
I can't see it. I guess I can skip forward.
so yeah, Rana
Yeah,
beckons over to Rana or Rowan.
as Ambrose sort of scoots forward, can he see anything like identifiable on the armor?
Yeah, you can see that on its chest piece, which it's lying on its back, so the chest piece is pretty visible, and it's etched with these three rather large runes. One would be where each pec is, and then one sort of lower middle, um, like where the stomach might be.
Okay.
Do these runes look like kind of what Tonist has been playing with?
No, they're more arcane in nature.
Okay.
At that distance, it's hard to tell exactly, but if you were
They're not
if you were
giant.
next to it, you could tell. Yeah, they aren't the giant script.
Okay, well Rana will pass that on though, that there are runes to Rowan and Tonist, since they know about that stuff.
What are these little bushes in front of me? Is that like poison ivy or anything?
There's Make a nature check.
Ooh.
Watching too much Critical Role. No.
Nature.
Hawk did mention that they has them roll for a lot.
They roll for everything. I love
There's
it.
a lot of
Yeah, they're pretty hardcore on that stuff.
Your nature's -1. Oh no.
a lot of
Yeah.
the
Being raised in a
bushes.
cave, nature ain't so good on Ambrose.
The
But
bushes are
this is cave
cave knowledge.
fauna.
Yeah.
Cave nature?
Or flora.
He should have been
Flora.
a cave ranger.
True.
Ranger. Anyways, the bushes are growing some like whitish berries upon them. They aren't ivy, that's for sure. Poisonous or otherwise. It might be poison bushes, but they're not vine-like sort of shrubs growing up in the damp area that's provided by the stream.
So I know we talked a little bit about piggybacking on rolls, but if Rana sees him looking at the bush, can she glance at it and be like, "Oh, it's a blank"? If she knows what it is, I don't know if she would. I'm asking if I can roll.
Well, you already answered it with no by
Okay.
piggybacking.
That's northern cave fungus because of the way it is.
Western cave fungus, right? Or is this the northeast? Because you should also, well, maybe not. Okay.
Can either use it to make a most delicious tea or
a
a
deadly poison.
Or both.
Or both. Never know.
Okay.
You can see that there are bits of brush that have been picked clean of the berries. They are, well, I say picked, but it's more like something's like chunked off a section of the bush, like bitten off a whole piece.
Well, an easy bet, but more than likely, like, have the snail folk been snacking on them?
Oh, one of them disappeared.
They're moving around. So every once in a while, I'll move them like 5 feet.
Oh, gotcha.
So I think the one you saw probably just went there.
So Rowan and Tonus, will you come look at this armor, please?
That's not where I meant to go.
Okay, somebody keep an eye on the slugman.
I don't think they're gonna attack us if
Free slugman.
if we don't attack them.
Rowan sidles up to the wall here, or Gaz sidles up to the wall here and just sort of glances down the passageway of the snail creatures. Rowan's looking at what is clearly a construct. You don't see any flesh between. It's been melted down a bit by the slug or the snail men, which is the slowest type of postal service. And you can see one of the legs has been melted pretty much to nothingness. Its sword is just a piece of like 2 pieces of metal where it's been melted in the middle. On its chest are the 3 runes with let me check a quick gander here. I can pretty quickly ascertain that you need to make an Arcana check.
Can I make a history check first?
Before you make the check, with the sort of historical knowledge, I know it doesn't quite apply because it's more about ruins and dungeons, but you can tell that
Artificers do have a specific thing for getting a bonus if you're doing a history check on technology.
Okay. You can tell this construct is of dwarven make.
I can read dwarven. Can I read the runes?
They are not the dwarven language. They're arcane nature. But yeah, you can either give Rowan advantage or make a separate history check.
I request advantage.
What is your Arcana?
15.
Yeah.
Wait, what's the bonus?
Plus 15.
Oh, okay, yeah, I'll give you advantage on that. That's basically, you have to roll for that.
I rolled a real 4.
Wow.
Oh, you know what?
Rowan's
+3. I'll give you +3. No, it's +4 now, I think, actually.
Oh, yeah, because of the intelligence. Yep.
That's the 21.
Tell that this creature is what's commonly called a Helmed Horror. They are constructs that are imbued with the immunity to certain spells The three that this one was immune to is fireball, heat metal, and magic missile.
I
And
don't think that he got
that's what
melted.
that's what the runes are on its chest. They aren't the spells themselves. It's not like you could scribe onto a scroll or use the breastplate as a spell scroll, but they're sort of what do they call those? Conjugates of the spells.
Yeah,
To
shorthand.
negate them. Yeah.
Cliff's notes.
Are they? How intricate are the runes themselves?
They're fairly well made, and they're etched in.
No, I mean like the actual like script. How complicated of like a letter is it?
It's pretty complicated. There's a
Okay.
lot there because it has to negate the spell, any of those spells that come into contact with the creature.
So it's not. It's like not
Yeah, it's not
Greek
like a
lettering. It's more like katakana.
right. Yeah, it's not like a yeah. It's
Kanji.
there
Whatever, you know what I mean.
many different types of shed that the kanji is.
I always remember fire because it looks like a house.
Fire?
The fire kanji looks like a house in my brain.
That's interesting. Fire should look like
A fire?
that.
Wait, is it katakana that I'm thinking of?
I mean, that's a rough
Typically,
version because of mouse button, but
in
Think
my
of the
personal
Chinese character.
experience and professional opinion, fire and houses usually don't go together very well.
yeah, typically not.
What am I thinking of? I don't know what I'm thinking of.
At this point, Rana can see old debris and a body on the ground, bones.
Yes. I was going
As
to ask
well
you
as
about that.
that the cavern and stream continue.
That's not what I was thinking of. I don't know what I was thinking of.
I drew that sort of. I mean, it was poor, but that's what I did. Maybe you couldn't see it because of the angle.
Okay, so Rana will very carefully be watching the where the cave continues, but then approach the body. And she'll also whisper to everybody else that there is.
Further
If
down the
there's-
passage,
Oh, it just loops back around. Okay.
further down the passage, you could see boxes and barrels. You could see another barricade similar to this one. That's to the southeast or southwest where that continues on.
Okay.
The body is the body of a dwarf. You can see very dried blood, like basically just a stain on the floor of the cavern at this point. There's a crossbow bolt through its skull, and a crossbow sits in its lap, sort of. Looks like probably the dwarf used it on itself.
Oh, shit.
Wow. Oh.
Surrounding it are broken and disheveled things, like clay work, the empty barrels. You did pop into this section, so I'll say that you saw this a potion lying here.
Oh,
It's
okay.
potion of superior healing.
Yeah, I'll grab that.
And sitting on the ground is a card which shimmers with a strange light.
A card or a cart?
Card. A card with a
playing
purple
card?
back. Yep, a playing card.
Wait.
We're
Don't
trying to
touch it yet.
haul a
Don't touch it
ghost
yet.
foil.
Its face is down, so you can see that the back is like a purple, and it's
Oh, no.
What?
I have an idea.
Rowan, what is
triangle
it?
and square shapes.
This looks like a Joker trap if I've ever seen one.
I mean, I as a player have a very strong suspicion of what that is, but I'm not sure my character would.
Yeah.
No spoilers.
Can
don't
you
worry about it.
do detect magic?
As a ritual, so it'd take like 10 minutes.
Yeah, same.
I'm fine with that. I just don't want to pick up something
I don't
that's
have a
like.
pearl. Johnny's usually the pearl boy.
I mean, I could also identify it, but that would take. Well, I guess
Longer.
I could.
Oh,
just-
that's what you need the pearl for.
I could just cast identify, but that takes a minute. Yeah, I can.
Or cast identify.
Yeah,
Huh, I wonder how that works. One second.
just have to touch it, so just poke the back of it.
Well, Yes, but not that way. That's not what I meant.
Also, he'd try to have his familiar touch it,
Nice.
just in case.
Okay. A small like pile of goo, like a cube of ooze, pops out of whatever pocket dimension it was in, and use its pseudopod to touch the guard.
Yep. I'll identify through
You
that.
have a slime cube familiar? That's amazing.
I do have a gelatinous cube familiar. Just a little baby one.
Where do you keep it?
In another dimension, it's made of acid.
What's his name?
I think we determined earlier his name is Pebbles.
Yep.
Okay, so after casting a spell, you determine that the card requires at least 12 others of similar origin. If you draw this one, you would gain quite a lot of experience, or possibly be allowed to draw two others instead.
Okay.
Ambrose wanders over, sees the shiny card, and picks it up.
On its obverse side is a figure with a sort of jester's cap carrying a cane and that sort of multicolored like outfit that a court jester might have. And at the bottom it says
trap.
Jester. Yeah, when you said that I was like, that's hilarious. Because of which card it is.
Yeah.
Also you find a small pile of old dwarven gold pieces, 34 in total.
Ooh.
They're square with a hole punched in the middle.
Ooh, convenient.
Do we need to write that down and deal with
I'm
that?
I'm putting it down right now. 34
Deck of many things card jester.
Yeah.
Yeah, 34 gold.
That's the one. So how does that work with just him picking it up?
Oh, I've heard.
Well, to use the deck of many things, you have to declare
Okay, so
that
he
you're
doesn't
drawing
just
from it.
get a shit
And-
ton of XP for picking it up. Okay, got it.
And you need at least a full deck of 13 if you have the correct set, or the full 22 if you have the
I
others.
think it's 22. Yeah.
Yeah, because there's two different deck sizes, and
We've been wondering when this was going to get introduced, because there's been a couple times you were like, "Oh, here's a deck of cards." Like, oh.
Rana will search the dwarf body as well.
it's been dead so long that there's no flesh on its bones.
Oh, gross.
The clothing it wore, barely any remnants of it. Does have an old breastplate made of bronze.
Ooh.
That presumably looks dwarven.
This dwarf is old. Yes.
Okay.
We just put any loot we find, we can just stick in the storeroom and come back for it later.
Oh, one of you should probably add a bag of holding to your inventory. I'll explain why later.
I will do it.
I don't think we're getting looted up.
Inventory, bag of holding. That should be in the bag of holding. Holding? Yeah, bag of holding.
I just realized I have vision on something that I don't know if I'm supposed to.
I don't.
This here.
Oh, you probably saw
Looks
it
like
at
a
some
spike
point.
trap.
Yeah, you probably saw it at some point when you're moving around, because there are angles that you would have seen it. That is an open pit
Oh,
with spikes at the bottom.
okay. Understood. Like a punji pit, whatever it's called.
Did someone disconnect and then reconnect immediately?
Yeah, sorry, my internet's being a little bit flickery
Oh,
today.
okay.
Yeah, it disconnected me from the call almost immediately. It was real weird.
Strange,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
so Rowan will advise Ambrose to take caution if there are more cards like that just lying around, especially if they're just in a deck.
Oh,
It
okay.
could be dangerous.
It's fine. I'll use them to make a little house that can be easily knocked over.
Right now would be a very easily knocked over house,
Yeah.
mostly by
More of a
gentle breezes or.
Do you guys think we should keep going? Like, that construct up there is dead. But
You can see the cavern tunnel continues for however far your dark vision is.
It's probably not the source of the issues.
I mean, if you're
okay.
worried about it waking up behind us, it only had one leg, and it looks like the snail folk really tore it asunder.
Right. Well, I mean, Rowan answered what Rana was thinking. Is like, do we think that's the source of the issue, or should we keep investigating?
Yeah, it seems like it's a very minor source, more of an effect than a cause.
That's funny.
How much can I learn from like a history check of Helmed Horrors?
They weren't used much in this area by the dwarves that inhabited this part of the world of Urda. Mostly they were used up north. There was a clan of dwarves there. Let's see. Grab what I need. Yeah, so the dwarves in this area, they followed one of two of the elder dragons, either Dathi or Zivis, and the ones up north followed a pearlescent dragon, only referred to as the guardian dragon.
Huh.
What they're doing in this area, don't know.
Cool.
Okay. Shall we continue?
Yeah.
Okay. You follow the tunnel down a bit and to an area where you find some empty boxes and
Really sidestep the slugs.
yeah, you did. Which, I mean, that's an option. That's what you have a telepath for, right?
It's what I do. Talk with slugs. Ayy.
For everyone, looks like everyone's loaded into this map. So in this section, you find more of the sort of dwarven camp. You find 3 grave markers in this recess just south of this where you are, and an area covered with these bluish mushrooms that it looks like what they used for El Baño. That whole section of tunnel is real nasty. And further ahead, you see another of those wooden barricades that have been set up. And the boxes, I think I said that they're empty. So pretty clear that whatever the dwarves are doing down here, they must have run out of supplies at some point.
Okay. Is this all like super old stuff again, or is this kind of recent?
Really old, yes.
Super old. Okay.
Yeah, if you inspecting the boxes, you can see the sort of merchant mark that was used is just ancient and worn. The script, the dwarven script that's used it's kind of like looking at Old English would be for us, where you look at it and you're like, I don't know, this doesn't mean anything, or rather,
there's
it's
like a
so
bunch of E's on the end of words.
right. Yeah.
Huh.
Okay.
As you continue down the passageway, you can hear dripping as the water from the cavern ceiling, but it's sort of echoes down the way or down the tunnel.
Okay.
Also, by the way, we loaded into the new map, and I am no longer getting the error message.
Yeah,
Good.
same.
So I guess that sorted itself out.
Yeah. That's good.
Yay, Valis is no
Does
longer
it
injured.
look like we're gonna have to climb over this barricade, or can we dismantle it?
Ooh,
It is quite
barricade?
it is quite large, and it fills the passageway to a height of about 6 feet. The tunnel walls here go from between or the ceiling, I mean, goes from between 8 and 12 feet, depending. A lot of the tunnels themselves have lower ceilings. When you get into larger rooms, it'll be 12 to 15.
Okay, so climbing over it, not great. Does it?
Which direction does it look like it's trying to barricade things from?
South to the west.
Okay.
So you're on the inside of the fence.
Oh. Interesting.
Are you thinking we want to leave it up, just in case?
Well, then we might have to go over it to get back around.
Right. That's what I was thinking. Does it look like we can like pull one side to like open to like over here? So like pull this end to this side so that we can sneak by it.
Yeah, give me an intelligence check.
I ask that out loud to Tonist.
What kind of, just a straight int roll, or?
Yeah, you probably have some feature that would give you advantage. Let's see here.
I guess how old is, I don't know, do I? What is this thing?
You can add twice your proficiency bonus.
Okay, so whatever this roll is, add another 4 on top of it then.
Your proficiency is 5.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, proficient. Okay, so 27.
Okay. Yeah. So looking it over, yeah, it is a dwarven made barricade to keep out whatever's on the other side. It looks like it has been mantled at one point. The tops of it have been damaged in some way, but it's still whole. And you do find that it is more of there are latches that are hidden, and you can open it up rather than destroy it. And in fact, there was an invisible wall that I'm just going to delete.
Really quick, sort of looking at the barricade where like the smashed up bits are. Looking at it, can we see, is there any like snail residue around this thing anywhere that we can tell? Like, does it look like it was acid burned or anything?
Make an investigation check.
Ooh, gotta put on my sleuthin' cap. Investigation. Ooh, I'm actually not bad at this. Most of the time.
-1 plus 5?
Yeah. It's not, you don't find any, you don't find any slime or corrosive signs of damage. You do note a sliver of metal in one of the broken off bits.
Ooh. Well, if I were a betting boy, and I am, it's a serious problem. Looks like the slugs didn't break this down, so I think that automatron thing that we passed might have smashed through this.
Oh, wait, is it like broken? Like to the point of
there's some damage on the top. It's not broken. It looks like something climbed over it.
Oh, okay.
Hey. It's the question, if the robot thing was dwarven, why would dwarves want to keep dwarf stuff out of their dwarf mine? But
well, if that's the pearlescent, though, assuming that Tone has shared that information?
Yes.
Okay. If they're pearlescent dwarves, though, it's kind of like, you know how that one clan of elves is at war with mine? So they might be fighting each other, or they might have been fighting each other. because the
Sir.
dwarves that follow the pearlescent dragon didn't necessarily like the dwarves that followed Dothy, the ruby dragon.
Ooh. Dwarf Wars.
Yes. It's similar to the aberrations too. The aberration followers don't always get along with each other. They're all
That is-
aberrations.
Urath and some of
Very fair.
Shebelith coming together.
Right.
Ooh.
So, yeah, barricades easily openable. So whoever constructed this wanted to be able to pass through if needed.
Cool. I'll help Tonist move it if he needs help.
What the heck is that?
As Tonus moves forward from the back, you
Leaders?
hear Gaz whisper out, "Crab,
The crab?
crab,
Crap, as in like an
trap."
trap. Oh.
I also heard crab. I got excited for a sec.
Says that there's another pit in front of the barricade.
Ooh.
Oh.
That's good to know. Thank you, guys.
I guess I'll like mage hand and like slap the ground in front of me. Because I'm
Sure.
very distant. Oh, there he is.
Pit opens up. Some of the covering and dirt fall into it.
Okay.
Ooh.
Do we have to jump across?
No, you can edge along the sides.
Okay.
You don't worry about like moving your token in a way that shows that it wouldn't assume that you're edging around the
Okay.
pit so that you don't fall in.
Okay. Sounds good.
Tonus can see some sort of like it is tree-like in its shape and growth, but it has no leaves growing in the chamber ahead. There's a hairless primate sitting in one of the branches,
It's a fat lemur.
and it looks upon and it looks at it's looking down the it's a fat lemur. It is looking in the direction of the group as you come along the tunnel.
So I guess I'll like edge my way over. Oh, there's multiple fat lemurs.
Yeah, they're looking at you. They're with a sort of passive interest. They again furless, so they've got that sort of hairless cat look to them. And
Damn, bro, I signed up for D&D, not Zaboomafoo.
I don't even know what that means. Zabuma?
You didn't watch
Jacob's too
Zaboomafoo?
old for Zabumafoo.
Oh, unfortunate. With the Crab Brothers? Come on now.
Yeah, I don't know anything about no Crab Brothers. The only Crab Brothers I know are me and my brothers, and that's when we eat crab.
They call them the Crab Brothers.
We go to the Angry Crab and we
There's
eat all of them.
trees under here.
They're kind of tree-like, but again, no leaves. Whatever method they use to gain energy, it's definitely not photosynthesis.
What?
You can see also there's bioluminescent mushrooms, but you also see trampled bioluminescent mushrooms sort of along this path,
Huh. Okay.
like this one here.
Yeah.
And you see a couple broken branches as well within the tree here.
What does it look like that it was trampled by? Like these lemurs? Something bigger,
Very-
like the
Very heavy footfalls. You can see impressions in the cave floor. There's make a survival check.
Ambrose use cave
Survival?
knowledge
Yeah, I guess
to
it
add
would
an
be
advantage to that, or... Oh, okay, never mind.
You see a set of boot tracks that are sort of man-sized, and then another set that is much larger, but also
I think
boot-like.
the phrase "sort of man-sized" is very off-putting.
Man-sized boot prints and a larger set.
So a man and then a larger man.
Yeah, like a big man.
Which way are they going?
Or a guy with big shoes.
They travel across that line I made in both directions.
Interesting.
And then with that survival, you also note a single set going back from into the direction you just came from. presumably what you the Helmed Horror back there made on its way in.
Ah, okay. Okay, so the set that went back that Rana is presuming is the Helmed Horror. Does that match either the man-sized one or the larger one?
Man-sized one.
The man-sized one. So there's something bigger than
Yes.
the Helmed Horror. Okay, so Rana will pass that on. That is there is something or how? Oh wait, one more question. How old are these tracks?
Within a few days.
Oh, okay. So these are only a few days old, and the Helmed Horror is the smaller set of footprints.
Yarp. Rana can also see a spatter of blood here.
Oh, and there's blood down here. So Rana will not. No, I don't even know if she needs to knock an arrow, but she'll definitely be prepared to shoot something. So she'll tell the party, "There's blood over here," and she'll watch the lemurs kind of closely as she gets a little closer. She's not like approaching them aggressively. She's just trying to get a better perspective on this or a better angle on this corner.
Yeah, as you approach, the lemur bolts
Okay.
and runs into the larger cavern, and they all sort of scatter together.
Okay. I'm super curious about these trees. I kind of want to study them for a little bit, but I see things.
Coming around the corner, you see a pile of bodies that fill the cavern, roughly 4 feet high. They look to be sort of fish-like, like fishmen.
Huh. Okay.
There's a trail of blood and sort of drag marks along the dirt there that you can see.
There's like fishmen down here. Another pile of bodies. Okay.
You know when fish start to go bad and it smells fishy?
Uh-huh.
It's worse than that.
Oh, it smells bad down here.
So we've got, in this cave, we've got Snail Man, trees with no leaves, and now fishmen with no water. Gang, I think we've got a bit of a mystery on our hands.
Go Scooby-Doo this shit.
Split up and search for clues.
Okay. Well, while that big set of footprints is still at large, or the thing that made the book's big set of footprints is still at large, I don't think we should split up. But
oh, you know what? With that survival check, you probably get one more bit of information. The larger set of footprints, the most recent tracks are heading in this direction.
Okay.
So it came through in the direction of that wall of bodies and then went back.
How deep are the footprints? Like, does it look like it's something just extraordinarily heavy, or just something big? Okay.
Ooh, okay.
We might have another construct on our hands.
Right.
Another real big metal man.
Yeah. So let's not go that way. Like, well, if we are gonna split up, don't send anybody that way. Or do we want to go that way first and try to find the construct and then investigate? Does anybody have a preference?
I mean, personally, using my vast array and expertise in cave knowledge, the fishmen probably aren't going anywhere. If there's a big, mean robot thing wandering around these caverns a la the Minotaur, I kind of want to deal with that and take that out of the picture, if possible.
That is a really good point.
Who stacked the bodies? Ballas asks.
Smaller
what
fishmen?
are the bodies of the fishmen? Is that what it is?
Yes.
Okay.
You know that scene in 300 where they make the wall on the side of the hot gates out of like people? It's kind of like that.
Oh, okay.
That's a lot of bodies.
So it's It's not like they were just sort of thrown into a pile because they're like, hey, we're in a cave. What are we going to do with all these corpses? They
They're
were
like,
like purposefully stacked up like
yep,
that.
stacked, and they in a way they're a makeshift barricade themselves.
Ooh,
Huh.
that's
Okay.
gruesome.
So that's a good question, Valis. I don't know.
That's a very good question.
Can we? Rana will go up to the bodies, and trying to like hold her breath and see if she can figure out like if anything like, you know how like sometimes if something really big and strong grips something too hard, it'll leave like a bruise or leave markings. That's kind of what she's looking for. Mostly she's looking to see if like, oh, if the big thing that she thinks is a metal construct moved the bodies.
Make a medicine check. You can tell that they were bludgeoned to death, but you don't. For with that, you can't tell if they were moved in a way that was forceful, as
Okay.
by a strong construct.
Okay. It looks like something hit him with something blunt, with bludgeoning. But I don't know. Other than that, I don't know. Do you
Things that are
think?
big and metal are usually pretty good at bludgeoning things.
Right. I'm just wondering, Valis, do you think there might be people like survivors down there?
He looks them over and says, "Those are Kuotoa. There's probably more, especially if we haven't come across large bodies of water."
Okay.
Oh.
Okay, so if we go this way, we might find more of the fishmen and a large body of water, and if we go that way, we might find the construct.
I vote construct, but we can go either way.
Uh-huh.
Oh, there are definitely
Peepers.
peepers. Now there's people down here. They're talking in undercommon.
Keepers, creepers.
Yep, you know undercommon, don't you, or something? Maybe not. I don't remember.
I speak. What do I speak? I know. Yeah, I don't know undercommon. I know aberration.
Rana will whisper loudly, "Is anybody out there?"
What language?
It doesn't matter.
Ah.
The bell makes it so that everybody understands her no matter what language she's speaking.
Yes, that is a thing. Okay. You don't hear a reply, but you do see a fish head sort of poke out and look. It's trying to be stealthy and get like a quick glance down the hall,
Okay.
and then poke back behind the wall.
Okay.
Wait, wouldn't our did our dwarf companion come with us?
No, he stayed behind. He did not come into
Yeah,
the cavern.
okay, because he would know undercommon.
In fact, as you headed, he would have said when you went further into the cavern, he was going to return to the elevator until you came back,
Gotcha.
just in case.
Rana will be like, "Hi, hello, hi. We're not here to hurt you."
Says, or the fishman says, "You're here to kill dwarf?"
Are there dwarves to kill?
You elf.
Oh, that's true. I won't kill any dwarves if I don't have to. Are there dwarves making problems for you?
Dwarf machine, come and kill.
Dwarf machine. Oh, yeah. What does the dwarf machine look like?
Big metal.
Okay, and it's hurting you guys?
It At this close and being next to the pile of bodies, there's probably about 10 of them in this stack. And it replies, killed dozen warriors.
Okay. When did this happen?
2 spawning ago.
Oh shoot.
And go to figure that's probably 4 days.
Okay. And this has never happened before?
No. We've been here since, 5 tadpoles.
Okay. And does Rana know what that means?
Probably close to 5 decades, 50
oh,
years.
Oh, wow. Okay. Okay.
These little guys.
Okay. So something woke the dwarf machine up. And you guys have okay. We are going to go try to take care of the dwarf machine, okay? You guys just stay back here and you stay safe. Rana looks at the rest of the party. Is that cool with everybody?
Sure.
I've just been making fish noises back and forth with that guy for the past minute and a half.
Undercommon. We're talking in undercommon.
The undercommon that returns is gurgly fishy like though.
I assume there's different dialects of undercommon, like dwarf undercommon.
Probably, yeah.
Like fishman undercommon.
That is fair.
You don't get a response to the last sentence, but you do hear him clumsily sneak away.
Okay.
In fact, anyone within range would. Everyone hears him clumsily move away. He did not get as good of a stealth check the second time.
Okay. Wow, his stealth check was good enough to
Beat your passive
beat my
perception.
passive?
Yeah. Yes. He rolled real well.
Yeah.
He rolled like garbage.
Okay, so she'll turn back to the party and be like, there's the people down this corridor are just trying to defend themselves from the dwarven construct. It does sound like it's another construct of dwarven make. And it only attacked them. They've been here for a long time. Wait, what did you say, Jacob? Five tadpoles?
50 years.
50 years. Yeah, so they've been here for a while, and this thing has not attacked them before. So something recently woke it up. I'm gonna guess it's those walls collapsing up above, back in the mine.
That makes sense.
So if it's causing problems for our dwarves up there and it's causing problems for these people, I say we go check out the construct. Yeah?
Yeah. If we find out why all these constructs are going around smashing stuff up, we can be a hero to the dwarves and the fish.
Yeah, there you go.
Full whammy.
Yeah. Maybe, and the snail man.
And the snails will be triple heroes.
Okay, so this way then. That way.
I need a key ring for all the keys to
the keys to the various cities. Shall I?
Oh, God.
That's great.
We did see that the snails were able to fight the constructs with their acid spit. So.
Ooh. Oh, do I still have acid? I'm not sure if I still
Isn't
have
that what your
acid.
tentacles do?
Most of them either do cold or lightning, surprisingly.
No, you're not heading in that direction, but down this corridor, you see that it opens up into a much larger cavern. You can see spots of that bioluminescent fungus growing all over it. I mentioned that because I know if you were to zoom out, you'd see all these mushroom things.
Yeah, I've been seeing the mushrooms. I'm kind of curious if you want to check that out real quick so something doesn't sneak up behind us.
That's the direction that the
behind us from the other direction.
That's the direction the furless primates ran as well.
Yeah.
There's water.
Oh.
You do see water. You can see as you get closer, it is a just a large cavern filled with these huge, these massive mushrooms of gold and purple, gray. Some grow to the size of like tree trunks, like that, those thick stalks. You can see a hill sort of in the middle, that is covered in these crystalline outgrowths, and uh, this area slopes up a bit to the wall, but it's still relatively flat enough that you can stand on. Also see a like this bovine-like creature milling about. It's currently lapping up some water, but further back, probably can't see. You don't have the
Yeah, you have to go in a little bit, sneak in a little bit more.
As Rana approaches, one of the mushrooms just starts shrieking.
No! 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 No!
Oh shit!
Echoing down the
not again.
The passageways, just filling the.
Fuck. Rana's gonna start filling it with arrows.
Okay.
Wait, question.
Yep.
Does the bovine not set it off itself?
It doesn't. In fact, you can see another one that looks similar. It's even closer.
You're
right. Roll an attack. I mean, even the bioluminescent fungus isn't doing it. Okay. You strike with an arrow and it just gets obliterated, I'm sure. Yeah. The shrieking stops as the mushroom
snipe that other one across the way.
dies.
It looks like there might be another one here. Okay, well, if we don't have to, is it when the echoing like stops? Do we hear anything? Or does Rana hear anything? I suppose.
You hear this deep, sort of sloshing sound, far off in the cavern. Sort of echoes back.
In the same cavern we're in.
Yeah.
Is it moving towards us?
No. It's just sort of echoes back towards you.
Okay.
If you zoom out enough, you'll see the ping, but
I can see the ping, yeah. It's just, we can't see the light.
It's far off.
Yeah.
Okay. Alright, well, these stupid mushrooms are a pain in the ass.
Yeah, really quick, I vote we go back and up where the tracks from the thing were leading.
I'm cool with that.
To see if that leads to a different area or something.
I'm cool with that. If we come back in here, then we can, I'll snipe the mushrooms before they make too much noise. Hopefully.
As you, and I'm just going to say this as I'm assuming that you're going around that area. As you continue down that tunnel, you're going to find an area where it just falls away into this chasm, leaving a thin edge of cave floor that follows the wall. The chasm itself falls about 50 feet. You can see really like crushed, like grip holds here. Something grabbed the edge and pulled itself out. And you can also see webbing in the recess here.
No.
Make a.
It's all right. This is.
Make a perception check, Ambrose.
Rana sees the webbing and goes, nope. Somebody else can go first.
Reopen my character sheet. Perception. Boop.
You can see a single blackened leg, chitinous, like a spider leg, but it's curled up and rigid. It's sort of up in the air, but like tilted off, and it looks like if it is a spider's leg, the spider must be dead.
Ambrose with his intimate spider knowledge.
Yeah. Well, it's got that like when a spider dies, its legs curl up because they're basically
Yeah.
hydraulics. It's got that sort of look to it.
Okay. Carefully step around.
Okay. It's very thin, so you'll need to make an acrobatics check to stay on the ledge.
Ah, that makes sense. Oh, actually, Ambrose can float.
I guess then you don't have to do that. Valis follows behind. He seems to um, walk along the ledge with a carefree attitude. Sometimes it looks like he should slip, but he just plants his foot down on the uh, vertical, like cliff side, and just keeps walking.
Show off.
Kind of that Goblin King thing from Labyrinth.
David Bowie?
Yes. Yeah.
Valis did strike me as a David Bowie kind of vibe.
Sleeping?
Does Tonist have some floaty ability or?
Oh, I saw there's a ledge here.
Yeah, there is. It is very thin in places. It'll require an acrobatics check to move across safely. It's a 50-foot drop.
Even for size small people?
Yes.
Hmm. Do I have
But that is a good point. You get an advantage.
Hey, on Dex, I can't. Well, you said Dex. I'm not good at Dex. No, I'm not. No. Athletics. No.
You probably do. If you have proficiency in athletics, you can use that proficiency instead.
I do not. Yep, I'm staying over here then.
Yeah, I'm trying to get along deeper, but it says that I keep colliding with at least one wall. Oh, that works.
We get you. All right.
Rowan, are you going to try to go across?
I cannot currently see it, so let's see what we got.
Oh.
Are you having? Oh, right. You haven't gone.
Yeah. This is the chasm. How far is it?
If you edge yourself out, you'll see that it curls around again. So that's what, 20 feet there. 25 feet just to that wall. That is here, and then it curls around some more.
Tonist, you're not even going to try?
I don't want to fall 50 feet.
You have advantage.
Do we have a rope? Gaz says.
Oh. Yeah. I have
My
rope.
athletics is only +3.
I have rope. So Rana will pull out her rope.
How long is it?
I have no idea. It's probably just whatever came in the
50 feet.
beginning kit.
In the pack, it comes with like, was it like 70 feet of rope?
50.
Give or take?
50.
Rowan also has some rope, so can tie it together
100.
and knot it and whatnot.
Yeah, suggests
Liger?
climbing down into the chasm and moving along the floor, but that'll mean climbing up on the other end.
Can we tie the rope? So if Ambrose can float, well, Rana didn't see that.
Bruce shouts back through the cave, "Hey, I can float!"
Rana.
That goes alarmingly down the cave passages.
My thought is take part of this rope and tie it to the other end so that it's a horizontal rope, so that we can like hold onto it, kind of like those sheer cliffs. Sometimes you can see ropes have been like secured into the cliff face. Am I going crazy? Am I not?
Yeah.
So basically, somebody would secure the rope on this side in the wall, and then somebody would secure the rope on the other side wherever the end is, and then we can use it. We can just like go hand over hand and use it to kind of like help us as a basically at least some security and like grab onto it if we slip.
Okay. Yeah, I couldn't move my token back because of
Same thing, all
keep
problems.
Yeah, it's saying that I'm colliding. I assume because, pits, but...
Yeah, I didn't want you guys to fall on accidentally, but I guess it's... You know what? These walls aren't necessary. You guys know what pits are.
Is that idea making any sense? Like, does that sound like
Yeah.
something we can
Yeah,
do?
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, let's...
Because I definitely don't
got
want to fight that
it.
construct
Yeah,
without
no.
Tonus.
Yeah.
Fair
All
enough.
right. All of the walls have been
So-
removed. You're free to move about the cavern.
Ha!
Cabin.
Ooh, did I not notice that before?
It's the dead spider.
Oh, okay, that's dead. Okay.
Yeah.
I thought I saw the leg as
it has-
part of the wall here. I didn't notice the token before.
No, because yeah,
Ooh, that was spooky.
that was. You can see that it has been smashed, and like its face is caved in, legs been broken, blue, like it's blue Icarus blood spattered all around its lair. You can also see some bones of fishmen in there too.
Oh.
So
Going
Rana,
on a limb, though, Fishman probably didn't do that.
what is it?
Limb
Planting in some pythons and. Did I understand that
Yes.
correct?
Yes, that's what I'm suggesting.
Does anyone
Yeah,
have one?
Ambrose, if you secure the rope to, like, the corner over here, Ambrose can take the other end of the rope and just float back around and give the other end to Valis, who can secure it there.
Okay. Yeah, if you've got some pythons and rope, you can do that pretty easily, and then use that as like a guide along the wall to hold on to.
I don't know who had the pythons last time. When we were climbing through the sewers in Brynmelin. It was either
that's-
Johnny or Ambrose. Or sorry, not Ambrose. It was either Johnny or Tonist. Wait, I don't remember who it was. Somebody
I
had
have a
pythons.
Dungeoneer's pack. Oh, my Dungeoneer's pack has pythons in it.
Yes.
Great.
So you've got those. Level 13. Wait. This is the challenge now. Yeah, working. You could hammer in the pythons, run a line, and then everyone will have advantage on the acrobatics to get around the ledge.
Great.
Or athletics. Athletics also works because with the rope there, you can use your strength to hold on.
Okay, so Rana is for sure going to go across with that, especially with that rope. So, what did you say? Acrobatics?
Yep. Or athletics, whichever's.
And you said advantage. Oy.
Okay. With the rope guide, it's pretty easy. There's a couple tense moments where you think maybe you'll fall in, but you're able to pass through to the other side.
Cool. And she is definitely not looking at the spider. She is very not looking at it. She's looking.
Not looking at it.
Yeah, like studiously looking away.
She's climbing along, and everyone else like has their heels to the wall, and Rana is just tiptoeing her face to the stone.
Okay.
All right, Rowan will try to make his way across.
Okay.
Hey.
Oh yeah. Yep.
Atonus, you got this.
The Death Seer floats behind Rowan.
Oh, I forgot that this guy's here.
Can I see where they're actually like going to?
Yeah, they're going like here. Do you not have vision on your?
I can see to here.
Yeah, and they're going around that corner.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the chasm, like, it goes and it sort of curves around. You have to stick to the
Like
outside
an
edge
S.
there.
I'm trying to figure out how we're gonna get Liger.
Can Liger use the rope?
Can Liger use the rope?
How many times can Tonus go big?
Quite a few.
Just make them part of your hammer, and then.
I mean,
about to say, I'd be pretty impressed if you didn't have some sort of folding up like Iron Man 2 suitcase function for that.
I know what the hammer is, right?
I mean, I was planning on using like both hands for the rope, but
Strap some carabiners to him and just slide him across the rope.
you can teleport him. I just don't know. I can't see where I would need to teleport him to. Well, let's see. I have an idea. Can I use the rope to get to like when I get to like this point?
Then you'll teleport him.
Yeah, then I'll teleport him.
Okay.
So I keep losing visibility of myself. Okay, so I'll do.
Yeah, I think because
acrobatics at advantage.
Yeah.
Or you said
athletics.
athletics. Okay, I'll use athletics.
I see. I see Rowan used the correct one based off of his stats.
Yes, I did.
Yeah, that's plenty good. You get
So when I get to like, I guess here, yeah, I'm gonna teleport him to wherever he can go. Yeah.
Whenever you have Liger selected, it shows you Liger's vision, and since you're not supposed to see through him, it's just dark, isn't it?
Yeah.
Fun. I'll move him to the next cavern so you don't have to keep doing that and losing visibility.
That was a vortex warp, so we'll use a spell.
Okay. Continuing down the corridor, you start to see signs that the tunnel was in process of being expanded. The rough walls of the cavern start to give way to like roughly worked stone. It's not like even, but there's huge chunks that have been chiseled away. I'll move Rowan along with the group.
Thank you.
I see where you are in the condo. You come to an area with some pillars that are supporting the ceiling. This area looks like it's been even more widened than the previous passage. There's supplies, barrels, like mining equipment, a empty wall sconce, as well as this pool of water that leads away down a tunnel. Looking at it, you don't see that it's like a running water. Doesn't appear to be, or it doesn't have a strong current, but it's pooling there and sort of swirling in that section of the cavern. What else?
Would you consider where we are a dungeon or a ruin?
The pillars themselves are dwarven make, and they were meant to hold up the ceiling.
Okay. I have a feature that lets me also ascertain the purpose of ruins or a dungeon.
Yes, because of the unfinished nature, it's difficult to tell. But with them widening the area, it looks like it was meant to be a sort of thoroughfare between sections of, if they had ever finished, a mine complex or underground complex of some sort.
Gotcha.
Can Rana still see the big tracks?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, it appears that
Oh, I know how he got over here. Never mind.
Yep. And in fact, through the area that had been that smaller section of tunnel, you can see portions that have been sheared off by some sort of metal thing.
Okay.
The pillar itself has been collapsed. It looks like it's crushed by something massive.
Which pillar?
This one.
Oh. Okay. Okay. So we keep going.
Yeah.
And yeah, it continues to the northwest. As Tonus gets close to the water, a pile of mud starts to move.
Oh, good.
It flaps these sort of mud-like wings, and a face appears. And it looks Tonus up and down and says, "You look like a discerning fellow. I bet you like magic, don't you?"
Give me a second here. I do, and then I make my mage hand appear.
Yes, that's perfect, because there's magic in the water. And he gestures towards the waterway and the tunnel leading away. He's, I can't get it because of my hands. And he shows you that, the muddy claw that he has for hands. And he picks up a rock on the floor and you watch as it just sort of slowly slides through the mud and tumbles to the ground. Come, come. He gestures towards the water.
Wait, you can't get the magic that's in the water. No, thank you. I can't swim.
Well, there's coin too.
I reach in my pocket and just pull out a handful of gold coins.
See, you want to have friends for those, don't you?
Three is a party.
Mud is really giving you the hard sell.
What's the magic?
Oh, there's boots. The dwarf that wore them could fly, and a sword that glows brighter than the sun above.
Okay.
I do like glowing swords.
Is this guy like?
Sword does sound pretty lit.
I don't know. Maybe it's just the voice. I'm getting used car salesman vibes. Does it feel like he's trying to lure us into a trap, or you rolled?
Insight.
Insight. That's not the best roll.
That 7 right there. +8.
Yeah.
Well, it is better than a 1. Yeah, he's trying to trick you into going down the water for some reason. He used car salesman is right. He saying whatever it can to get you to follow him.
Okay.
You see glints of like an evilish demeanor when he like these sort of mini expressions as he turns from the water back to you before he tries to reestablish the mask of friendly like generosity.
I see. Okay. So, interesting. So what's really in the water? Do you have more friends there?
No, gold and sword and boots. There's hundreds of coin.
No, I don't think so. She looks to Tonist and she mouths the word trap.
Crabs.
Trap.
Crap.
I don't know, guys. All of this gold and coin and boots and sword sound like a pretty good deal.
Ambrose, I'm pretty sure it's a trap.
I don't know. Have you ever met untrustworthy mud?
Yes.
I've also never met trustworthy mud.
I just met one.
The tunnel itself, you see that it sort of dips down, and then if you go too far in, it's just going to be fully water at that point.
Like floor to ceiling, fully water?
Yes. Yeah.
That's the worst kind of cavern.
Yep, it narrows, and you see it slopes downward, and I think you probably you can actually see a growth of like roots here, right at the edge of before the tunnel turns. It looks like if you tried to swim through, it'd be difficult.
No, thank you.
Yeah, we're good.
Hear me out, though, guys.
Thanks, but no thanks.
But hear me out. What if the swimming was optional?
Ambrose, we're not going down there. If you really want to go down there and see that there's no gold and that it's a trap, I suppose you can.
Do you have a way to make the water not water?
I do happen to have a little bit of... Ambrose says this to Tonus telepathically. I do have a little bit of control water up my sleeve.
Can you control mud, though?
That is the question.
Specifically sentient mud.
That is a bigger question.
Not with that spell.
I don't think so.
So we know that it's lying.
Yes.
About... not that it's lying. It wants us to go with it. Whether or not there is actually treasure is yet to be seen.
What if the lie is that it's lowballing us and there's actually more treasure down there?
Tell you what, Ambrose, how about we go check it out after we go find that construct?
Okay, Mom.
It lowers itself into the water and becomes a mound of mud once more.
Oh, goodness.
I like the mud guy. He
Trying
seemed
to get
trustworthy.
himself. No, he did not. No, he did
I'll buy a
not.
timeshare from him.
No.
Cabo.
I'm gonna take a short break, like 2-3 minutes. I'll be right back, and we'll move on.
Sounds good.
Yes, I'm gonna go get some water real quick.
Yeah, I needed
Water
a drink
is
as well.
good.
Is that a screaming goat?
It was a screaming goat.
Classic.
Yeah, it was my favorite. We do like a friends gift exchange, and it was Chaos got it for his gift exchange, and can definitely say it was one of the top tier gifts.
Be right back.
Mm-hmm. I can catch up on my notes.
I'll be back.
Mm-hmm.
I have returned.
Okay. I don't think everybody else is back yet, though. Cinnamon.
I'm here, by the way.
Oh,
I'm back.
I don't. I think so. I think the only one left is Rowan. Rowan's not here. He just left.
Good map name.
Oh, I didn't see it. I'm trying to catch up on notes. Cavern after cavern. Nice.
Yeah. The last one was caverns, so.
Yep.
Yeah.
Cavernception.
Not quite.
Time, baby.
The third one. I mean, if there is a third one.
I don't see me on this one.
Bottom middle.
Oh yeah, it's just black for me.
Strange. All I do is copy paste the token, so I'm trying to think of what else it could be. Because there's. Do you see any of the light sources?
No, I'm just looking at a black square if I zoom out enough.
Let's see if I can do.
What's that deck called? Deck of something?
Many things.
Deck of many things. Okay.
Deck of a few things.
Try refreshing your page.
Yeah, that sounds good.
What I miss?
Check the Discord. It's great. It's a Doorhouse reference. Oh. Should call it door house. Okay, we keep going. Find.
The evidence of widened tunnels continues, along with pillars. You find, continuing forward, there's only one more pillar that has been knocked over, though. Guess that one was a little too in the way for whatever the construct was.
Oh god, I feel like that means this construct might be huge.
You can also see scorch marks along the walls and floor. They don't look like burn marks from fire. They're kind of jagged, as though similar to what Ambrose did to that inn.
Lightning. Oh wait. Oh. So Rana starts looking for traps.
Give me an investigation.
Oh, that poor woman.
And she actually says that out loud. She's like, "Wait, traps." Traps.
Rowan will also
Do you say investigation?
keep an eye out for traps.
Investigation.
That's pretty good trap searching.
Yep. Moving forward, eyeing the floor and being cautious, you don't find any.
Okay. Okay. And it doesn't necessarily look like the lightning the damage like came from any, because like lightning bolt has like a line, right? You can see the line.
Yeah, you fire it in a line.
No, it doesn't look like it.
Okay.
Man, I need to make sure that his token is fully healed before I copy paste it to new maps.
It might be a question you can't answer, but I'm curious. The resistance to lightning, is it immunity to certain spells? Is that a permanent thing, or only lays like a use resource that they have?
The Helmed Horror?
Yeah.
If they're immune to a spell, they're just flat out immune to that spell. So like
the one that we saw earlier, it's immune permanently to lightning bolt.
Correct.
And the other two that you said.
Lightning bolt wasn't one of the. Yeah, it wasn't one of them. It was heat metal. It was heat metal, magic missile, and fireball.
Oh,
that
okay,
one, you're correct. That one did not have immunity to lightning bolt. But
so that means if somebody were to cast fireball on it, it would just do nothing, but it can still be hurt by other fire spells. Potentially.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Moving along, you find more of the crushed bioluminescent mushrooms, no longer giving off their light, trampled as the others. You see an area where the floor sort of falls away abruptly, and then a bridge supported by stone plinths crossing a chasm. Instead of wooden planks, they are thin stone. And then they're held together by must be a very strong rope.
There's some floating text just to the northeast of those as well.
What?
Floating text?
I see two words right next to my mark there.
I see nothing.
There shouldn't be any words.
I can't see anything either.
That's very, very strange.
Should I keep that to myself then?
Probably. Can you send me a snip of what you see?
Yeah.
Make sure it's not just like a smudge on your monitor.
Because like,
I kind of want to go over and see if it says anything.
This is what I see where you pinged.
I just sent you a picture of it.
That's weird. That's incredibly strange because neither of them are like. That's not even. You can show that to everyone. There's no spoiler there.
Here, I'll send a screenshot of my entire screen then. Because one of them is very concerning. Here's what I'm seeing right now.
Yeah, they're not.
Oh, what?
They're definitely not on this map.
That's hilarious.
We left Dargulath back at the keep.
Yeah.
You can see a soft greenish glow coming from the chasm, the crevice there. Looking down, you would see pits of acid bubbling away, giving off a greenish light.
Okay.
And then the ceiling of the cavern slopes down with the fall of the floor, and you can see there's uh, a smaller chamber down there, but you would have to go down. It's a 40-foot drop.
You can't like slide down or like a toboggan, like a hill.
You could try that. It is sloped, but it's a very steep slope. It's probably
ropes around
80
glider or
degrees.
something and like rappel down.
Perfect day for Ambrose to wear his cave heels.
Which way do the tracks go?
Across the bridge.
Okay. Tonus, do you really want to go check out that?
Just peeping.
Okay.
Can I can't see down at all.
No, and it's part of the map. It's because it's sloped so abruptly that even next to it you would have to go down to see the chamber itself. You can hear water dripping, and
I don't
skid.
Thank you.
Tonus doesn't do swimming.
That was a lie. We've never had to, but I assume that I can swim if need be.
Tonus can see across the chasm. There's a high cliff here, a ledge. It's not level with where you are right now. It's probably about 20 feet up. And then the chasm floor here is a 30-foot drop.
Ooh, new text.
Yeah, I see new text here, and then Dargolath and Assassin.
That's so weird.
It's incredibly strange. They've never been on this map.
They're seeping in.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Who wants to go first?
Whoop.
One roll initiative.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
Oh, let me put everyone in the initiative. That way we...
Called for initiative and said game paused. Oh, so that
no one moves.
Ambrose wouldn't keep moving forward, yeah.
Man, I'd like to get like above a 15 on advantage one of these days. That'd be nice.
On initiative, you mean?
Initiative, yeah.
Looks like the only one I don't have... Oh, Tonus... Oh, you rolled, but it didn't trigger. Okay, I'll just adjust it. What was that, 16 something?
16.11, I think.
Okay. Who can be surprised? who can't be surprised?
Liger cannot.
Arana cannot be surprised.
Tonus, I think, can. Okay. Yeah, I can be. Liger cannot, though.
I think it's just those two.
Okay, so then Rana notes that one of the stalactites hanging from the ceiling over here begins to move and is about to strike out at Ambrose on the bridge there.
Okay. So she will move here and shoot at it. Wait, okay. Can she see the stalactite itself is about to move?
Yes.
It's not morphing into... Oh, God!
Oh my.
Okay. I'm gonna shoot it.
I wish I could see.
And
you should be able to from where you're standing.
And because there's a little bit of a ridge right here.
Oh, I see it. Unfortunate.
Oh, those both hit.
And then... Oh, no, that was just one hit. The 28. And then the 19 was the damage.
Oh. Well, if that had been...
Roper.
It would have hit.
Okay. Oh.
That misses.
That's fine. That's fine. So she'll yell at Ambrose to look out. She points to the no points. I don't know. She'll point and to the stalactite that she just shot at and be like, Ambrose, back up, and watch out.
Yeah, I now understand why they went. Oh,
That's my turn. Oh, maybe she'll back up like here to make room for other people because she can. Yeah, I can still see it there.
I guess. So it's Tonus go. Tonus can't move or take an action, but he can do a bonus action according to the rules on surprise.
what?
Well, it says if you're surprised, you can't move or take an action on your first turn of the combat.
Sure. I can't move or take an action, but I can take a bonus action.
Yeah, it doesn't say you can't, so.
Let's see what I got then. That's a terrible idea. I don't. Oh. Yeah. Liger is not surprised, and I control Liger with my bonus action.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
I guess I'll just have Liger go to like here then.
All right.
Oh, there's two of them. Okay. And leave it at. I guess I'll leave it at that.
Okay. Everyone else is surprised. Why is he? Oh. And they go on 7. Oh, does anyone else have any bonus actions that they want to try? Anyone else?
No.
There's only 2 of you left.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, I don't think I have any bonus action things I can do.
Okay. One of the creatures fires out a tendril at Ambrose and hits. It wraps around Ambrose's body and
Bastard.
pulls him off of the bridge.
Ah!
Okay.
Which does
He pulls off to the right.
Oh.
Give me a acrobatics check.
Acrobatics.
That's not 30. That's the wrong. Should be 20.
Acrobatics.
Okay. As you tumble, you know that you're going to smash into the ground below, and you try to sort of cat yourself down so that you don't hit the ground too hard. But
I do want to highlight again, Ambrose can float. I can levitate myself.
How is that accomplished?
It's one of my warlock features that I took. The
Invocation.
Yes, it is Ascendant Step, so I can cast Levitate on myself at will without expending a spell slot or material components.
Oh, that's an action though.
Yeah. Okay,
that
so
is an action.
So since all right,
That's
so
right,
yeah,
it's
in the future you can do that and be able to levitate but you have not done that. So it pulls you off, you fall to the ground and smash into it for 8 points of bludgeoning.
Oof.
And then it drags you through the acid pit.
Oh no.
And it burns away for 6 acid damage.
Gonna need a lot of concealer after this one.
After it pulls you over to its body, it tries to bite you.
Okay.
15?
To hit?
Fucker's not even done.
Yep, that'll do it.
Okay, and bites for 21.
Okay. Being juggled like this is a fighting game.
Right.
One of the others crawls along the wall. Since Ambrose is no longer available for the biting, it throws a tendril out at Liger. Liger's AC.
That hits.
All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Pulls Liger off the bridge and down below. Liger, it's an acrobatics check to try not to be too damaged when the hits the ground.
Was that this one?
No.
So there's a
It's
third one.
also, yes, it's also pulled off to the right.
Okay.
And then the last one, Tendrils Tonist. But misses. But it does have more than one of those attacks, so it throws another one out. And this time
Oh
hits.
boy.
Can I reaction?
Yeah.
Shield.
Does that miss then?
Yes, it
I
does.
assume it does since you are using it. All right. It tries again, misses, and its fourth tendril
Jesus.
misses.
Hey.
Okay.
My man got tendrils for days.
Yeah, he does.
Liger takes 8 points of bludgeoning, but is only dragged to that point. The creature's going to pull him more when it goes again. It is now Rana's go.
Mm. Okay, I'm used to it taking a little bit more time to get back to my turn. So I guess I will come here and fire at this one. Ooh. Let's go ahead and do Hunter's Mark first.
Which one? Hunter's Mark, you said?
Yeah, Hunter's Mark
Cool.
on that one. That I haven't used Hunter's Mark in a hot second, so I think that just makes it, that's an extra d6.
Yep.
Are these aberrations?
No.
Okay. That is fine.
That'll hit.
Yay.
Oh, I lied. I'm sorry. That misses.
17 misses. Okay.
That hits.
Okay.
That just barely hits.
Okay. So there's 13 piercing plus a d8 Colossus, and then the d6 for Hunter's Mark.
Pretty good.
That is my turn. I'm gonna cast Hunter's Mark just so that it marks the spell, but you guys can move on.
Jonas, go.
Okay. Let's do. I'm gonna vortex warp Guff to. Let's put him like here.
Zoop.
Zoop. Oh. All right. You watch as the tendril that it's holding Ambrose sort of goes slack as the roper tries to bite it.
And can I use my bonus action? Have Liger try and make an athletics check to break out?
Yeah. Does Liger only have one attack per turn?
Yes.
Yeah. So, athletics.
Yeah, that
or
would be its whole thing. Would be trying to break out of the tendril.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think
it succeeds.
Yay!
You can move if you want.
I can move. Liger. Oh, quick question. So I see that this is -20 here, and this is +20. Is that +20 more above us, or is that even with us?
That is 20 above, so that's 4. So from the chasm.
Feet. Okay, gotcha.
40
feet above the cave floor.
Mm-hmm.
Let me do something here. How far am I from this thing? I don't know what the reach is, but take a step back. Oh, that's not what I want to do. Let's take a step back.
Hey Jacob, do these technically count as melee attacks?
Which ones?
The tentacles.
Yes, the tendrils. Yeah.
Yeah, okay, thank you.
All right. Valis moves up to this square, pushes himself against the wall there, and fires at this one. Ooh, strikes the creature. And then it's gonna be Rowan's go.
All right. Rowan will scoot forward a bit. I only see the one.
What is there? Foct is like paralyzed.
Well, since I can only see the one for now, I will just start with a simple Mind Sliver, see how that goes, and then step back. Hey, Mind Sliver, did that? I don't see anything.
Yeah, it didn't go.
Okay.
What is 17? 18. So he gets hit for 10.
Ah.
And it's all because he's dumb. Or they. That will bring us to Ambrose. It appears that the Death Seer had a readied action to follow Rowan.
Good for them, man. Didn't say a lot about that Death Seer, but boy, is he committed. Okay. So yeah, on the one that Rowan just mind slivered, Ambrose is gonna fire some Eldritch Blasts.
Mm-hmm. That'll hit. Oh no, I'm sorry. I think I keep thinking that high teens hit, but these things have a pretty tough AC. That misses.
19?
Okay.
You said
Yes.
19 hit earlier.
I said 20 hit earlier. I believe it. 19 hit, I think.
Okay.
All right.
Good enough. That person got
Try one more.
a bonus then.
That's better.
That hits. I also forgot to say that these things are kind of sticking out of the side of the wall.
That's
some
what
of
I
them
was
have been
wondering.
hanging upside down. This one was hanging upside down. This one over here, side of the wall.
Yeah, that one that I just hit with the Eldritch Blast. If I do the push thing, can I like wrench it out of the ceiling?
Yep. Yeah, it'll get pushed and fall.
Yeah. And I still have one more. Can I try and like good, the bad, and the ugly shoot it in the air as it's coming down?
Sure. It misses, but it does smash into the ground. Pretty bad hit, and then it also fell into one of them acid pits, so
Ooh.
it's hanging on by a thread.
Which one is he shooting?
This one. I don't know if that pinged.
It did not.
This one on the left.
There we go. Okay.
Gaz will. I think I need to refresh. Maybe it's not letting me do anything right now. Gaz will move out and probably attack something, and then it'll go to the top of the initiative. No, it'll go to the roper. So I guess I have to be back in to help out. Okay, so Gaz, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Is that good? Let's see, jumps off.
Crazy.
Yeah. He's nimble. Doesn't take too much fall damage.
Yes,
It's like
growing up in the far realm puts caves like this into perspective. Whatever.
I don't miss and miss again. So he tries to take out the very wounded roper, but is unable to do so. And so it promptly tries to bite him after it gets up and scurries out of the acid. What is that distance? One streaks out a tentacle at or a tendril at Tonist. This guy here. I'm guessing a 15 misses.
It does.
And 23.
I forget. Does
If it
if my
ties,
AC is
it's
23 and it rolls a 23, it hits, right?
yes.
Okay. Yep, that hits.
3, 4, 5. It pulls you out and onto the bridge, teetering on the edge, about to pull you off.
Wait, do I make a strength check for that? What was the rule before?
It grapples you and then it pulls you out 25 feet. So you don't make
okay,
any
so I don't
check.
get a check now. Okay.
The one that's on the wall next to right here attacks Liger and tries to pull him in. Yeah. So pulls him through the acid and up. Liger takes 1 point of acid damage, and then the roper bites him, or tries to anyways. 14?
No. Oh, does it hit? No, it doesn't hit.
Okay. And that brings us to Rana.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'm sorry. This one is paralyzed, so Tonist is back where he was.
Yay. Where was I? Yeah, that's sure, whatever.
I think you were a little bit closer.
Yeah.
You're like here. It pulled you 25 feet, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, right above Rowan, I think. So you don't have to move as far to attack anything.
Rana is going to shoot this one.
That'll hit. And
Just
it dies.
barely. Okay, cool. Oh, that means as a bonus action, I have to. She's gonna move over here, and then as a bonus action, switch her mark to that one.
Okay.
And I'm remembering that correctly, right? That takes my bonus action.
Yes.
Then that is my turn.
Do you have a second attack?
Oh, okay.
And it's paralyzed, so you have advantage.
Oh, I should have done the sharpshooter. Whatever, it's fine.
Right now?
Yeah.
Would you? I mean, it still has a high AC.
It's fine.
Sharpshooter might not have been.
No, it's fine. I'm not gonna turn down a crit.
I mean, if you want. And don't forget to double your Hunter's Mark damage and Flare.
Okay, that was. I feel like that is a sad number for crits with 2d12s.
Yeah, your 12.
Wait a minute,
2d12
that did not double. I rolled 2d12 normally.
Oh, okay, then you should probably roll 2 more.
Alright, okay, that makes more sense.
Alright, it is now orange injured.
Why didn't it double? That's weird. Okay.
How does it go?
I don't do long range. Where's my 120? Sure. You said this one is prone, or what would you say this one was?
Paralyzed.
Paralyzed. I guess I'll just like waddle my way up here. And I'll shoot it with my grenade launcher.
Ooh.
Of which I have not very many grenades left, but So if it's paralyzed, is this an advantage, or how does it? Or does it even?
No, because it hits an area.
It hits directly. And then I need a con save from it too, unless it's immune to poison.
It is not.
It fails and is now poisoned.
Yay!
Go.
I will reload. Well, actually, let me think. Liger is grappled over here somewhere, right?
Mm-hmm.
I guess my bonus action will be to have him do a strength or an athletics again.
Okay.
Ooh.
He gets out.
I think that's everything I can do.
Okay. All right. So this one's no longer paralyzed.
Oh. That's a problem.
Dallas moves out onto the bridge and fires at the wounded one. Wonder if it'll let me do that. Nope, sure didn't. It's 12 damage. And then it is Rowan's go.
Alright, well, I can't see whatever's being shot. Nope, still can't see whatever's being shot. There we go.
Funny how you couldn't see that thing 5 feet to the left, even though like your vision should have allowed it.
Yeah.
But because its center was like
just there, yeah.
Yeah.
It's happened before where I'm just like, why can't I see whatever that object is? So, alright.
Yeah. Or depending on the angle, like one token can see another, but the second one can't see the first.
Yeah.
That one's very wounded, and you can hear the struggle of Liger over here.
Their second one, probably. Or third one. Yeah, what the hell? Rowan is going to reach into his bag and pull out a golden skull and use it to summon a single skeleton. Have to summon undead. We'll say 4th level.
All right. I don't know what to do with that.
Yeah, so he just makes a little skeleton friend that will be shooting at mine enemies. Let's see, what do I got? Okay, yeah. Double check how many attacks it has. I think it's 2, but it might be more.
That's the spell level.
Yeah, so 2. Alright. So we'll summon the little undead guy here. And... oh, I didn't attack first. So that should be 10?
20? 20 hits?
Yeah. Alright. Sweet.
And it was the one, oh, the one you can see. That makes sense.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It dies.
Sweet.
And is no longer poisoned. Was the skeleton on the bridge?
No.
I didn't see where you pinged.
Right here.
Oh, okay.
Where Valis was.
Yeah. It has an angle on the third one.
Okay, then yeah, it will shoot the third one as well.
Okay.
I'll have to go in and edit the macro, but it should be a... yeah, okay, I did.
I'll hit.
Haha. So, 14 necrotic.
Just cocked. The 2d4 were that one of the d4 was cocked on the other d4 on my screen.
All right. I don't know what you're watching, but Ambrose's turn.
I was walking my screen.
Messing around.
Out from here. And more Eldritch Blasts at this one.
Okay.
Also, out of curiosity, for attacks and spells and stuff like Eldritch Blast, where I can use it multiple times a turn, if I use an inspiration, are all 3 of my Eldritch Blasts at advantage?
No, just the one.
I figured.
Yeah. Would make it just one, wouldn't they?
Yeah.
All right. Yep. So that hits.
Hey. That's normal, and I'm going to yank it off the wall towards us by 10 feet.
It wasn't as high up as that other one, so it only falls about 30 feet. And then only suffers 6 falling damage.
Oh, man. 6 from 3d6?
Yep.
Wow.
That will hit.
All right, and with that second one hitting, I'm going to push it back towards the wall 10 feet.
Okay. Sort of pushed over Liger. Or it gets pushed out of the way. It goes through the acid.
Ah, unfortunate.
It's 19 with the 5 acid.
And that will be my turn.
Did you miss an Eldritch Blast?
I did. I think that last one only got a 14.
Oh, okay.
Attack.
Oh, I looked. Okay, I saw that. I thought that was damage. You had 15 damage on the second one.
Yeah.
Can't forget that 1 damage. Right. Gazrad
Sometimes that's all you need.
moves under the bridge to the other side and attacks the roper that is on the ground. Hitting once. And bringing us to the roper's go, who stands up and begins to shuffle away, climbs onto the wall, and moves down the passageway a bit. Let's see. Or provoking from Liger, yeah.
Yeah, okay. Who?
That'll hit. And it is Rana's go.
Okay. We'll move here and use my bonus action to put my hunter's mark here. Oh, as Rana passes the skeleton, she like gives it as wide a berth as she can.
About 5 feet.
Well, she like goes on this side of Tonist, like squeezes.
Yeah. So about 5 feet. 5 feet of berth.
And attacks the thingy.
Okay.
Attack. That doesn't hit.
No, it does not.
Try again.
That
That's
hits.
better.
It dies.
But I wanted to roll damage.
The arrow sinks into it, dealing 21 plus d6 plus d8.
Yeah, that's right. Should just start rolling them at the same time.
Yeah.
I haven't cast this spell in so long.
As you... I guess that's my cue to make things more difficult. As it dies and falls to the ground...
No!
Since everyone's sort of pointed in that direction, you can see the barest glimmer of light coming from the thin passageway at the end of the chasm.
Ooh, interesting.
The other side goes some way and then sort of turns a corner there. And then, of course, the bridge continues on, and you can see the passage curl down and around.
Yeah, Rana will check and see if the tracks are here.
They are.
Okay. So, yeah, there's light down this way. Oh, light down this way. But the tracks go this way. So, what do we want to do?
We need to get Gaz and Liger out of the hole first.
Yes. How do we do that for Liger? Can he use a rope?
We can tie a rope around him.
Okay, and like help pull him up.
Yeah.
I am not very strong.
I am.
Okay.
But I don't know if I'm that strong.
Okay.
Tie a rope around Liger's waist, and then Gaz can sit on his back, and we just pull them both up.
That sounds extremely heavy.
Yeah, I'm sure Gaz can just climb the rope and then we can pull Liger up
Yeah.
after.
Oh, that too.
So before we get moved too far, Rana is going to go next to Ambrose. Oh, she is next to Ambrose. Rana is going to heal Ambrose.
I appreciate it.
She sings a little chant that sounds completely different from the other chants that she has sung so far. And she
those other chants I'm familiar with.
Where did it go? Why did it move down to the bottom?
I don't know. Gaz grabs one of the roper's tendrils and pulls it out, and then tosses it up to the bridge, hoping someone will catch it.
Thank you, Gaz.
And then if someone secures it, he'll climb up.
Real do-it-yourself kind of guy.
That is for you, Guff. It's not a ton. But...
I'll take it.
Yeah.
There's stone plinths on either end of the rope bridge, so they can be secured to those stone pillars. But yeah, taking a couple minutes to secure the rope and getting Liger up is doable.
Once he's up, I'm gonna have Liger use the repair action.
Okay. Ooh. See a lot of repair actions. Ooh. I think that's my cue to make things hard. No.
Liger, up until like last week, has rarely ever taken damage because I can usually force attacks to be at me instead of him.
Yeah, and it's definitely less of a threat than Tonist is.
Mm-hmm.
Similar to how a knight on a horse is more the threat than the horse, even though the horse could kill you too. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So a couple different ways. You said you were going to follow the tracks.
Rana would like to follow the tracks.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'd like to
either end of the chasm,
follow these tracks,
this higher cliff area, or the tracks. So following the tracks, you continue to pass by bioluminescent mushrooms, some of which have been trampled. And how long does the skeleton last?
An hour.
Trooping along behind is the Deathseer and the skeleton.
Ooh, Rana does not look happy about that at all. She's very very what is it? Almost like a severe look on her face. You know, when people get into an argument that you like deeply disagree with, but you're not going to argue. You just look very upset.
I'm gonna peep around this corner here.
Man, what are you, my parents?
Vibes.
Yeah, it's just a terminated. It's just a bit of cavern that looks like it was poorly designed. Doesn't lead anywhere.
Okay. That looks like a hiding spot. That's what it looks
does.
like.
I mean, something could have been there, so that's not unwise. I thought it was funny because I feel like maybe I had a thought to put something there and didn't. Unclear.
Yeah, right.
As Dark Souls stabbing corner is what that is.
Yeah, I love stabbing corners. They are very useful. As you continue along, the
treasure
cavern opens up to a wider area. You can see sort of columns formed from stalactites and stalagmites coming together. You can see droplets of blood.
Oh, what?
Coming to a sort of overgrown thicket and some what?
Where did you even find a door? Oh.
Right there. I didn't know it would tattle on me though.
I can't believe that you can open doors at range. That's crazy.
I mean, mage hand.
Ah, yes.
Hey.
The door's gone. Okay, so the drops of blood are where? I see them
I
sort
feel
of
like
on
you
the
were
map.
supposed to know that was the door.
Yeah, they're leading towards this little thicket over here.
Yes. You see it,
Next to us.
thicket
Okay.
of overgrown thorny branches. It leads to an area that slopes upward, so you can see into that section, but
Uh-huh.
as it rises, you lose sight of where the end of it. Near where Rana is, are piles of bones. Mushrooms grow from like the refuse and like the old flesh that had decayed on the bones. You can see bones of the Kuotoa, shells of crabs, and third thing maybe. Oh, and those bovine-like creatures that you saw.
Okay. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Bones of the bovine creatures, the Koatoa, and crabs.
Yes. So
So
something
something
has
is
been,
eating all of them.
yep, and then depositing the remains there.
So there's probably so Rana will look for tracks of something else, both on the ground and on the ceiling.
Make a survival check. This whole area is filled with tracks of this multi-legged thing. It has a tridactyl footprint, and yeah, it seems to be. I guess its lair, its home is this
Yeah,
area,
yeah.
and the
Later.
most recent ones are following that blood track into the thicket.
Okay.
But they go both back the direction you came, much lighter and less, yeah, less recent ones. And then the most recent ones are the ones going into the thicket. I also see some trailing off to the east.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So Rana will come up here very quietly and then also like try to take a listen, like see if she can hear anything coming from this little part of the cavern.
Make a stealth check.
As well as Guff, probably.
I'm sneaky.
Wow.
Damn.
Just
Hey.
all the 20s today. I'm gonna pay for this later.
Scuff sneaking along with her.
Sure.
Okay, because otherwise I'm like, all right, Rana stealthily creeps up to it, and then Ambrose just walks up behind her. Like, well,
Do I also need to do a stealth?
yes. Well, that's canonical, but okay. Each of you pad forward, trying to be quiet. As you
I'm
get
wearing
closer,
heels. It's a cave. It's very echoey. It's not a good combination.
as you get closer to the thicket, you begin to hear soft snarls, as well as discharges, sort of staticky cracks in the air as it
Ooh.
crackling.
Ooh, this might be okay. Oh wait. This might be the thing. She's whispering. This might be the thing that shoots lightning.
What was your first clue?
Hearing the was that an
that's a good
actual
idea.
question?
No, that's a good call though. We
Back up. Okay, back
might
up.
want to leave.
Yeah. Just leave it alone. Just leave it alone.
Whoop. Whoop, 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 whoop.
Okay, so out of character knowledge, there was a door here. Now there's no door. Is there
Was
it?
a
In character
visible?
Door?
Is there something visible here where the door was?
Cave wall.
It's a cave wall. Okay, so I would have no reason to just randomly search a cave wall for a door, so I'm gonna keep going this way.
Tonus rounded the corner. He saw the glimpse of a door.
Out of the corner of his eye, like a Bigfoot, the famed cave door.
So
It was blurry and out of focus.
yeah, I mean,
What if Bigfoot just exists in a blurry and out of focus like reality?
Yeah,
That's what I'm saying, dude. I don't think it's the photographer's fault.
yeah. He's not 3-dimensional. He's 2.5-dimensional.
I
And
think Bigfoot is just actually blurry.
Do the construct tracks continue through, like here?
Yep.
Okay, they're this way. I suggest we leave this creature. There's a creature that lives in this part of the cave, and I suggest we leave him alone. He looks like he's been beaten up on, kind of recently. I'm guessing the blood spatters.
Yes. The blood is still wet. It has dried at the edges, but
So it's in a weakened state.
Yeah.
Could be wounded. That's true.
It's eating a fresh kill. We don't know what color its blood is.
That's a good point. Eating a fresh kill.
I'm gonna go out on a limb. If it's some kind of like horrible creature that can just like make electricity, it's probably not gonna be the one that gets wounded if it gets into a tussle. Speaking as a guy that can shoot lightning out of his hands.
Well, but if it fought the construct though, the construct could probably beat up on it.
I thought lightning would be good against constructs. It'd like
sure
short it out or something.
But if it's immune, then it's a problem. There's a problem.
I need 1 minute. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Ambrose, you shoot lightning, and I've seen you bleed many times.
That is true. I do bleed a lot, actually.
What is that spell called? Hunter's Mark.
I like to think that's one of Ambrose's better features, is that he does have a lot of blood in him. Typically.
He prefers to keep it inside.
Yeah.
Ooh, up to 1 hour. Cool.
I'm very curious about the door.
I know, right?
If we should press about it.
Nah.
Granted, it's probably forged just being kind of weird because we've had a lot of weirdness today. Shout out to Dargoloth. That could be something.
Dargoloth and the assassin in the corner and the.
You know what? I should take this. I need to go to the bathroom too, so I will be right back.
Damn.
Okay.
I'm still here.
So am I. A little sippy.
Sorry about that. I'm back.
Hey.
Kristen stepped away for a bit.
Yeah. So did Omega.
Alright. But the consensus was to move on to the next, to the east.
Yes, we're gonna
I'll just start loading the map in.
We're gonna leave the zappy thing to its own devices and move on.
Okay.
Is the intention to finish this today?
No, not anymore.
Oh.
Not anymore.
It wasn't too far away from the end, or
it wasn't at the start of today either. Just so you.
Oh, okay, good. Wasn't sure if we were.
Well, that has me curious for next week.
And we'll finally just find like one of those, like one of those trapdoor attic things they have in like horror movies.
Mm-hmm.
Find one of those. Have Johnny and Althea tumble out a good little bit.
Nice. I was thinking of the Skyrim maps that tend to circle back onto the entrance, but it's through like a
door. Yeah.
Oh, the Skyrim door. Hey, new map.
I'm the map. The map.
Oh god, sorry. I put Rowan into outside of the cabin.
Now I can see that there's absolutely nothing over here in this general area. Because it's the outside of a wall.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll give you your skeleton again. There you go.
Ew. Rana does not want to stand next to the skeleton.
Okay. As you continue forward, you can see sort of a scorched area right here. That like 10 feet, 15 feet line in front of a base that's been carved out of the side of the cave.
Oh, the flamethrower trap.
Red gem sits in its mouth.
Trap.
Oh.
This seems like a trap.
I would like a fire ruby.
Are these scorch marks on the ground?
Yep. Yeah, 10 feet to 15 feet in front of the face. That's here. There's scorch marks on the ground, burn marks.
I'm gonna mage hand and try and grab the ruby or the redstone, whatever it is.
Ambrose can see a patch of orange fluid on the ground there.
Oh, there's
Looks
goop
like
over here.
Yeah. It looks it's
Sunkiss.
Sun-kissed.
mostly dry at this point.
Bro, somebody's leaking Sunny D in the cave.
Astronauts? Oh no, they like Tang.
They like Tang, yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Maybe we're gonna find the Juggalos down here. Maybe it's Fago.
Could be Fago.
I don't even know what that means.
I don't know either.
The Juggalos are the fan group of the alt rap group, the Insane Clown Posse. They all like drinking Fago, which is like an orange, like powdered drink, I think.
Yeah, I don't know what that is.
It's a soda. It comes in a bunch of like weird fucking flavors. Like you can buy cotton candy soda from them, I think.
Of course you can.
Anyway, let's try and.
So
You want to try and swipe that jewel?
Yeah.
The ruby?
Yeah, I'm gonna try and mage hand the fire, or the red jewel out of the mouth of the thing.
Do a little.
It's set with
sleight of
a
mage
sort of
hand.
clasp thing, so it's hard to jiggle out, especially with something like Mage Hand.
How dexterous is a mage hand?
You can try a intelligence check and go and do it manually, or
Can I be like here, and like?
yeah.
Can I do sleight of hand?
Which one?
Sleight of if it's like undoing a clasp, would that be sleight of hand or intelligence?
The intelligence check is to disable the contraption
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
by removing the gem. However,
This is
that's
very
done.
Okay.
If you can think of a proficiency that would apply.
Whatever. That makes sense.
Okay, yeah, you're able to figure out a pretty you're able to find a hidden recess which allows you to open up the mouth and remove the gem.
Oh.
It pops the jaw down and the gem tumbles out easily.
I'll pick it up with the mage hand.
Okay. It is a small ruby, and looking at it, you can tell that it's worth an amount equal to what I just said.
Thank you. It has no magical properties that I'm aware of.
Doesn't seem to.
Okay.
It looks like is there another one here?
That is a wall sconce that is empty,
Ah,
so
okay,
it would
okay.
normally hold a torch, but does not.
Okay. So presumably when Ambrose steps into range, it doesn't go off?
You were cutting out right there.
Presumably when Ambrose steps into range, it doesn't go off?
Correct.
Okay. Cool. So
Yeah, after Tonus pulls the gem out, Ambrose like gingerly sort of steps his leg out and touches the floor in front of it before just sliding into place.
Nice.
When nothing happens.
No fire.
Nice.
let's look a little closer at the orange liquid.
Yes, what is this goo, this juice, ooze, if you will?
It has a metallic odor to it. It's like blood, but orange.
Maybe
So doesn't blood also kind of have a metallic smell to it?
Yeah, that's.
Or coppery than metallic.
It is kind of dry and like that sticky consistency that blood gets when it's been drying for some time, but isn't completely.
Congealed.
Right.
Yeah, when it's congealed.
Coagulaty.
Okay.
Ugh.
Okay. Is there a trail going one of these ways?
It seems to be the only place that you can see it. You don't see. Make a perception check.
Just check for tracks, probably.
That's what I was gonna do that next. Look for which way the construct is going.
Yeah, you don't spot any additional droplets of blood, orange, red, blue, green,
Okay.
any color in either direction. The deep impressions of the golem, the construct, the Helmed Horror that's big, whatever it is, continue in this direction.
Okay, that way. But really quick, I do want to duck into here and
Okay. See
scope
that
it
it
out real quick.
continues along. You can see lots of insects crawling along the north wall, just
You?
covered. Centipedes, spiders,
Oh no, nope, nope,
roaches,
nope.
scarabs,
She comes
it's
right
all
back out.
manner.
Nothing in there. But she also looks a little like pale and like she comes out a little too quickly. Nothing. There's nothing in there. That way. The tracks
feel
go
like-
that way.
A sneaking suspicion there's something back there, though.
You know what? No, it's fine.
About that? Hmm?
No, nothing.
You can check if you want, but the tracks go this way.
Ooh.
Yeah. Along this north wall, insects of all manner, centipedes and beetles, spiders, roaches. I need a dexterity saving throw from Rana.
Oh no!
Oh!
What?
Thought that would be me.
Damn it! I saw the game pause come up and I was like, fuck. That's not great.
On the wall, you spot just a moment too late a greenish gem from which a spray of acid just lines the corridor. You only take 3 acid, but
I was muted, but I was gonna add +4, but it's probably too late for that.
It's fine. That's.
you take 1 point of acid instead.
Oh, did I add the +4?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh. Okay. Thanks. Tonus, there's a green gem over here.
Boy.
Which one is it? Which wall? She'll point to it.
Do you want another int? I
Yes.
guess. Gonna collect all the gems.
Gather the rest of the
That was
gemstones.
pretty bad.
Yeah, you fiddle with it, but you don't seem to find any sort of pressure button or release levers. Nothing that would indicate how to remove the gemstone.
Could
Okay.
just smash it instead.
You could take a hammer to it,
Yeah, let's do
or a
that.
spear, or yeah. You take Mjolnir and smash it against the gemstone, which cracks form along the gem, and it sort of fades in its luminosity and its glow a bit, indicating that probably it won't trigger again.
Probably it won't. Okay. Well, let's test it.
Does not trigger.
Hey.
Okay. Ambrose, come on.
But they put out snacks and
They
everything. Alright.
check the walls a little better as we go down.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. Rana will
What?
keep an eye on the walls.
Whoever is gonna be going forward should make an investigation check.
I can do a cheeky little investigating.
Great at those.
I
I'm
am.
pretty good.
Probably am good at those.
Well, let's get All right, I need a dexterity saving throw from Ambrose.
Okay. Boop. Not ideal.
Tonus going to add a flash of genius.
Nope. He was warned.
Okay.
I only have
this-
one left.
From this
I reap
wall,
what I sow.
a thunderous cacophony of sound.
Always lightning
out.
with Guff.
And Ambrose takes 8 points of thunder damage.
Why me?
Because you said, I can investigate, and walked forward
Yeah, valid.
from this wall here.
Can I see the gem?
Make a perception check. Oh, actually, you saw it emanate. Yes, you can. It's right here.
No.
Make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh no!
I'm at an angle to it, and it's mage hand.
You're not, Mage Hand wasn't able to do this. You were having to go up and do it manually.
Oh.
That was should have been clear earlier, but maybe I didn't say it loud enough. Because you are at outside of its normal range, and we'll assume that Ambrose stepped away so that he's not in its path.
Boy, I sure hope so.
It's not as powerful as if you were standing right in front of it, but it does re-trigger with Tonus fiddling, and Tonus takes 3 points of thunder damage.
That's fine.
He's unable to get his hand out of the way in time.
I got that.
So shall we continue along like this way, or no?
Well, it's currently armed. Well, I don't know. Oh, I rearmed it.
Well,
so, I don't know.
Got 2 hallways. One of them is filled with insects. The other one sucks.
Well, but this is the way the tracks go. So maybe let's let Rowan and Tonus go first and see if they can see these gems.
So I'm gonna use my big brain and notice that there's a little shadow on the ground here, here, and here, and assume that those are where the other ones are.
Do you see anything on the wall itself?
No, I just see a little shadow on the ground next to them.
What might?
Is there anything to see on the wall?
Yeah, there's this little circle thing right next to it.
Yeah.
Next to the shadows.
I can see the one here.
Yeah.
I don't have a good view of the other two though.
Yeah, I mean, so you can spot sort of recessions that look similar to the others, and can figure that. I'm assuming that that you're moving your token just so you can see what they look like, because it's like directly in the line of the thunder. But yeah, you can see more gemstones along the walls now that you know what you're looking for. You see another blue one and one that is sort of topaz in color, sort of grassy.
Yeah, I'm definitely getting gem dragon vibes.
And that is where we'll pause for the week.
We were gonna go 15 minutes late.
Yeah, but then I determined that we couldn't finish, and I'm going to use the extra couple minutes to
do some housekeeping.
Yes.
Housekeeping, and so Twitch does not need to witness.
Need to know about housekeeping.
Twitch, we will see you next week.